Yes, sir! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Eazy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ, coming to you live with another video. Check it out, man. Let me just get right into it. Why Boogie went to the Warriors rather than to go play with LeBron. One person in my chat or in my comment section said the reason it is because when you play with LeBron, you're relegated to spot-up shooter duty, and you don't get to show what type of game you really have. And that is absolutely true. Your points are going to suffer. Your stats are going to suffer. LeBron's going to get all the points, all the rebounds. I don't even know how he and Rondo are going to play together because they are both ball-dominant people that say, hey, I'm going to get every bucket or every assist. That's just how it's going to go. And, you know, it is what it is. But anybody that plays with LeBron, you know, maybe with the exception of Kyrie, Kyrie's numbers are probably just about the same just because, and I mean, and a little bit more the last season that he played, but that's just because he was the number two, the clear number two. And, you know, on every team, every time LeBron shows up, you're going to have a player that either has just about the same amount of points per game, or, you know, as they normally had, or just a little bit less, like when he got there with Dwayne Wade, 3 points less per game, and then Dwayne Wade is around 21 to 22 to 19 points per game. Chris Bosh is probably the first example of how your stats really take a hit, which I always said that his rebounding shouldn't have taken that much of a hit, but it really didn't. I mean, 2 less rebounds per game. Field goal attempts per game went down by 3, and then, you know, points per game obviously went down from 24 to 18, so that's cool. Let's go with Kevin Love. Kevin Love stats. I had Kevin Love stats. We already know what happened to Kevin Love stats when he got there, but we knew what was going to happen to Kevin Love stats as well because he was on that Timberwolves team more or less by himself. And but my thing is, there's never excuse for rebounding to really go down as much as it did. But the reason that Kevin Love's rebounding went down is because right now you're playing outside of the paint. And you're not playing with your back to the basket. You're not inside. I mean, his offensive rebounds, you probably, you know, 1 or 2 less offensive rebounds per game. That's literally the difference here. But your points per game go from 26 to 16. And you're rebounding, you know, rebounding about the same. Assists per game. You're not even touching the ball. So you're going from, you know, from about last year, his last year in Minnesota, 4.4 to 2.2. You're not getting that many touches. So that's enough of that. Enter Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, I'm pretty sure when he went and had his meeting with the Warriors, it went something like this. Yo, Steve-O, what's happening, man? Ain't nothing, KD. What business is, man? Hey, listen, you want me to stand in the corner and, you know, while Steph does his thing, do his thing, and then I just shoot threes here and there? I'm with that. Steve said, nah, you got it all messed up, partner. You're going to keep doing what you're doing. Not only at that level, but we're going to elevate you to the next level. We don't just want you to play the game and be an option. We want you to be the option. We want you to be not the focal point exactly, but we want you to be one of the main guys. We want you to be the guy that we go to when things get thick. We want to all but run, like when it breaks down and we don't run the offense through Steph, we want to run the offense through you. You're like, wait. You telling me that my stats don't have to take a hit? I'm not gonna go. No. You're going to get just about the same attempts per game. You're going to get to handle the ball. It's going to be just like you were in OKC, except for it'll be better. You'll be able to come off screens. You'll be able to handle the ball up top. You'll be able to do whatever you want to. You just won't have a ball-dominant point guard that's going to make decisions that you probably don't agree with all the time. You'll be able to get the ball. You know, there'll be plays set for you, and you're going to be able to just do what you do and be a better version of yourself with one caveat. We're going to need you to play defense. And as you can see, when you look here, his defense has gotten better just by the stats. But, I mean, if you just look at the game, the eye test, looking at Kevin Durant playing the game, his defense has gotten better. And, you know, his blocks per game have gone up tremendously. He's almost at 2 blocks per game. I mean, just going to the Warriors, he went from 1.2 to 1.6, and now he's at 1.8. So what you're looking at is when things get thick, what happens? Ball up top, KD, 3-4 pick and roll. Draymond Green and KD, and just like I explained it last night, comes off the screen. If you double hard, he kicks out to one of the guys. If you double soft, or if you just show, pulls up for the short jumper. If you trail it, he's going to go to the rim. If you go underneath, he can shoot the jump shot. And he's kicking out to 2 of the best shooters in NBA history and Draymond Green, who can really shoot the basketball. So now and a Boogie Cousins. Let's look at Boogie. Boogie is one of, I said that I thought that JaVale McGee was a better defensive presence, and I do think that he may be a better defensive presence than Boogie because you don't get to see shots altered as far as what JaVale McGee does on his presence, but he hasn't been playing that much, really because he can't stay on the court because of the type of basketball that they play. So, but if you look at this steals per game, it's not even close. 1.5, 1.6 steals per game from Boogie, 1.6 blocks, 1.1 blocks, 1.3. It's not even close. Now, if the minutes matched up, I'm sure JaVale would fare a lot better in this, but the minutes can't match up because his offensive game just doesn't dictate that he can be on the court. With this team, Boogie's not only going to be able to, what do you want me to do? It's probably what he said. He said, first of all, Boogie, we want you to get healthy. That's what we want you to do. We want you to get healthy and get yourself together and take all the time that you need. Come back from that Achilles heel injury, because that Achilles injury to big men, I am telling you, it is devastating. But you can come back from it. Terrell Suggs can come back from it in a year. Boogie can come back from it, and he can be the same guy. But he doesn't have to be the same guy. All we need you to do is do what you normally do. What's that, Steve? Well, let me tell you, Boogie. You know how you like to come down court and bring the ball up sometimes and make people fall and come off, do your own 3-4 screen and roll, 3-5 screen and roll, 4-5 screen and roll, with AD. Yeah, you're going to be able to do that with Draymond, except for you can just go straight on to the rim if you do that. Boogie's one of the best, oh, by the way, if you want to kick it out, 5.4 assists a game. Boogie is one of the best passing big men in the league. But it's not just when he's up top. You want to just step outside and shoot some threes sometimes? Look at this. This is an interesting stat right here. Boogie has improved his three-point shooting nearly every year. From 25% when he first started shooting them to 33, 35, 37, 35. Let's look at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has always shot high 30s to 40s. So this is not that far. I'm not saying that he's the caliber shooter that Kevin Durant is because he doesn't take the same shots per game, but he definitely is a threat from out there. If 37 to 38% is a threat, then 35 to 37% is definitely a threat. Let's look at one of the all-time greatest shooters in NBA history and look at his career percentage. And I think it's 39% from three. Yeah. So Reggie Miller shot 39% from three for his career. So 35 and 37 isn't that far from that. So that definitely means that you're a threat from out there. So this is what it's gonna go like. Boogie's gonna you can shoot the three, stand outside, shoot threes, but when we absolutely need a bucket, we can throw it in to Boogie. And you can do your thing. And it's gonna be 4 out, 1 in. And nobody can step down. If anybody even dreams of stepping down, Boogie kick the ball out and they get buckets. But other than that, it's going to be one-on-one in the paint. Barbecue chicken. It's going to be one-on-one up top sometimes. There's not another big man in the league. Just like I said, there's nobody else in the league that can defend Julius Randle up top with his bully ball style of just driving to the paint. Ain't nobody else in the league that can do this. But in New Orleans, they were able to step down. Now, Anthony Davis brought his man out, but now you can't even help. If he help, he just stops, gets it under control, kicks it out to the helper, and then it's cash. It's literally one of those things. It's a wet dream scenario for anybody that wants to play for them. If I was a big man, listen, the way that I play like a slasher, and I also play like a big man. If they told me one time in church league or city league or whatever games, one time in my whole 33 years of playing basketball, and plus Boogie's 27, we've been playing since he was 25, since 5 years old. He's been getting fouled, doubled, and triple teamed for 25 years. I'm 37. I've been getting the same treatment for 35 years. So I understand this. He's going to now see one-on-one coverage all the time. You can't double him. You can't triple him. You can't do anything. I'm not alone anymore. You are not alone. He's not alone anymore. They did that one time to me in one league. I scored 40 points. I saw single coverage one time, and they didn't foul me, and I scored 41 points easily. So that's what happens when you allow somebody to be the best version of themselves. Because I had a guy on my team that could shoot from half court. I had everybody else that could shoot. And then after that, they just triple team me. They just like, hey, these guys can shoot. They ain't elite shooters. We're just gonna just make sure that he doesn't get the rebounds and stuff like that, so they start triple teaming me again. So it was over. But this is not going to happen with Boogie. He can score as many points or as few points as they want him to score. He can be as great as he wants to be. And that's probably what they told him. We don't want you to compromise your game. We want you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And the proof in the pudding is Kevin Durant. Nobody can say that he has not elevated his game since he went to, yes, he's scoring fewer points per game, but you can't tell me that you don't see that Kevin Durant has elevated, or his total game has been elevated since he's gone to the Warriors. You cannot tell me that. Yes, he was great with the Thunder, and yes, they should have beat the Warriors, but you can't tell me that there's not a discernible difference between how happy he seems and how freely he's playing the game of basketball playing with the Warriors. And yes, you would too if you saw single coverage. I wouldn't give up single coverage for no money. I'm not gonna lie to you. They make enough money in endorsements. They make enough money off the court anyway. So they're not really worried about money. Some of them aren't. They just want to win and they just want to play an enjoyable game of basketball. You're seeing single coverage. Kevin Durant hadn't seen single coverage since he was like 3, probably. He's always been this way. Since he was in college, he hadn't seen single coverage. This is probably the craziest thing he ever seen. You know, so he's not going to give that up easily. And that's probably why he'll take less money to stay there and just win championships. Who knows? But with Boogie being allowed to be the best version of himself, it's obvious why he went. You're going to be, the proof in the pudding is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't take a big hit. You may take a big hit in points, but your effectiveness is going to go up. And I don't even know if he'll take a big hit in points. Maybe Steph will take a few less shots per game. Maybe Steph will sacrifice 3 or 4 points, 3 or 4 attempts per game. Maybe Clay will sacrifice some points, and maybe he can stay in that 22 to 25 point per game range. I can see that easily happen. Draymond don't have an ego. They said Draymond went out there and recruited him. Draymond gonna be one of the greatest college coaches in the history of the game if he ever wants to be when he gets done. But I'm telling you, Draymond don't mind sacrificing his game. He doesn't care. All he wants to do is play defense and win games, because he knows that even though I feel like Draymond is the most important part of that team because he allows them to be able to do what they want to do. He don't have an ego because he knows that he just wants to win. And that's just all to it. So I don't have a problem with that. All I'm telling you is this is why he went to that team. Like it or love it, hate it or love it, whatever you want to say, this is why he went. Because they're going to allow him to be the best version of himself. Post up, one-on-one. He hadn't seen that. He hadn't seen that ever. Since he was, probably since his first game when he was 5, he hadn't seen post up one-on-one. He's going to see that consistently now. We're inviting you to step out, step up top, and shoot those threes and bang those. We're inviting you to post up, and if somebody steps down, we daring people. We're not inviting them to step down. We are daring them to step down and get torched by one of our shooters. You are an all-star before you came here. You're gonna be an undisputed superstar once this is over. And the things that don't take a hit, your defense and your steals and your rebounds, you're gonna do that anyway. He was able to get, listen, before he started playing with Anthony Davis, about 10 to 12 rebounds per game. 2 years playing with Anthony Davis, 12, almost 13 rebounds a game. That's not going to go down as long as he's able to play. So anyway, like I said, man, this is why people want to go play with those guys. You get to be the best version of yourself. Can you imagine a 4 out, 1 in, where he can just pitch and catch to anybody if you dare to step down? Can you imagine him on the perimeter and they playing 5 out isolation, and now he may not even have to take a Draymond screen. He may just be able to play one-on-one up top with any of those guys. That was the plan last year. They wanted him to play more of a point center role, and he did it. Nobody's going to be able to stay with him on the perimeter, and he's probably just going to go straight to the middle and just banging on him anyway, because nobody's going to be able to stick with him. And then he also has the move when he drives to the hole, he stops, and then he begins playing post-up ball. It's going to be crazy when they run the 5 out. And then if they do run a screen and roll, if they have to, they probably don't even have to run any type of screens, because he's going to have the decided advantage against any other 5 in the league anyway. So we're going to see, man. It's going to be interesting. They're going to, hey, do what you do. Do what you do, Boogie. We want you to shoot the ball. We want you to play inside where they can't double team you. And we want you to bring the ball up and we play 5 out. And you just get to do that a couple of times a game, a few times a game. It's going to be ridiculous. I'm telling you. I don't see a defense for it. You can't even play zone against that, because we know you can't play zone against 5 out, because unlike 2K where you can get back and challenge a shot, that doesn't bother NBA players. They hit shots, late contested shots all the time. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I got to get up out of here, man, but that's why he went. That's the real reason that Boogie has gone to the to the Warriors. He's gone to the Warriors because they're going to allow him to be the best version of himself, and nobody wants to be relegated to being a spot-up shooter or one of LeBron's pips. You can't do it without the pips, but it seems like nobody really wants to be one of LeBron's pips except for Kawhi Leonard, because he recognizes greatness as well. I'm going to get mine regardless because that's what I do. But anyway, I got to get up out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Paul George didn't want to be a pip. Apparently Boogie didn't want to be a pip. And they want to go where they get to be the best version of themselves. And I promise you, you're going to see a difference in Boogie's game. I'm telling you, he may be lower stat-wise, points per game-wise, but his effectiveness, you're going to be like, my God, I have never seen this man. This man is an animal. And it's just like, because he's going to see one-on-one coverage. But I'm out of here. Till next time. It's your boy, Eazy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ. Holla! 360 out this mug. Now, the question would be, would you go? If you're gonna see what I just explained, would you go if you were Boogie, or would you go play with LeBron and be a spot-up shooter? You tell me.